Adobe Acrobat Studio, so brand new. Show me all the things PDFs can do. Do your work with ease and speed. PDF Spaces is all you need. Do hours of research in an instant with key insights from an AI assistant. Pick a template with a click. Now your prezzo looks super slick. Close that deal? Yeah, you won. Do that, doing that, did that, done. Now you can do that with Acrobat. Now you can do that with the all-new Acrobat. It's time to do your best work with the all-new Adobe Acrobat Studio.
This episode is brought to you by Netflix. Tonight, witness the end of an era. John Cena takes center stage for his final appearance ever on Monday Night Raw. One last match, one unforgettable farewell. Celebrate the legacy of a true WWE legend. Don't miss John Cena's farewell moment. Monday Night Raw, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time, only on Netflix. Witness the moment everyone will be talking about.
I didn't think I wanted you. I guess you probably knew that. But it was all really complicated. I'll tell you all about it someday. Maybe you'll understand. Maybe you won't. But the point is, I was wrong. And I love you so much. And I can't wait to see who you become, where you'll go, what you'll do. But it all depends on this. On us figuring this out. It's you and me, kid. It's you and me against the whole world.
Hello, and welcome to Doomcoming, a podcast where we are watching and discussing every episode of Yellowjackets one at a time, spoiler-free. How much blood would you say there is on average? I'm Jenny Owen Youngs, and today I am joined by arguably the specialist of all special guests, the most high, the most revered, our most beloved, Joanna Robinson.
Hello. I'm afraid with that intro, people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, Christina Ricci's here." No, it's just
What?
It's little old me.
No.
Hello. What a thrill. What an honor. What a joy. Have we, Jenny? Have you and I ever podcasted together, just the two of us?
Joanna?
I don't think we have we?
I don't think we have either, and I'm nervous.
Why?
Well, I don't know. Ostensibly I'm in charge right now, which is always a nerve-wracking feeling.
No, this is thrilling. This is exciting. You're my favorite, and Kristin is also equally my favorite, and I'm thrilled to be here. Well,
but also she'll never listen to this episode, so if you want to say that I'm actually your favorite, that would be fine. This is a safe space for that.
Sure. Nothing ever gets circulated outside of a podcast, right? It never shows up anywhere else in the universe.
No.
It's just the two of us talking, right? Yeah.
This is a private conversation. Oh boy. Today you are here in Kristin's stead to bravely podcast about an episode that is currently none of her business.
Correct.
Because Kristin is deeply pregnant. We're talking about Season 2, Episode 6, Key, which was written by Karen Joseph Adcock and Amani Rosa, directed by Liz Garbus, and originally it aired on April 28th, 2023.
That's so
Seems
long
like a lifetime ago.
Yeah. It's so funny because Yellowjackets Season 3 is coming back, and I heard a bunch of people say, "Oh my God, so soon?" And I was like, first of all, it'll be like 2-ish years. Secondly, we used to live in a society where you would get a new season of your favorite television show every year. That's just
like
how
clockwork.
Like clockwork in September. So,
it was very civilized back then. But also, budgets were different. Season runs were different.
They really were. This is the one where, according to IMDb, trapped inside on a snowy day, the Yellowjackets revisit the highlights, humiliations, and traumas of health class. Ty and Van help each other rewind, while Misty explores joining a classic cosmic American tribute band. Meanwhile, over on Showtime, they said a bit more, just slightly differently. The Yellowjackets revisit the highlights and traumas of health class. Ty and Van help each other kindly rewind. Misty and Natalie explore the finer details of communal spirituality. And Shauna gets a pop quiz on her cookie reading assignment.
A+ to Showtime, F- to IMDb.
Yeah.
What, can you unlock this puzzle for me? Is it right in front of my face and I'm missing it? Misty explores joining a classic cosmic American tribute band?
Yes. No. I did know the answer to this when we covered this on our podcast, and now I don't remember what it was. Hold on. Yes, I know this. It has to do with Graham Parsons, who popularized what he called cosmic American music. The Flying Burrito does a burrito fly? Flying Burrito Brothers, the Birds, Submarine Band. I don't know. I mean, not to explain genres of music to you, a literal musician, but that's as close as we got when we covered this episode.
Okay, it's all very mysterious to me still, if that's okay.
Like, maybe it's just like her joining the cult feels very much like joining a band that Graham Parsons would have been a part of.
Yeah,
at
okay.
the time.
I could
Right?
I could catch that vibe.
Like
for sure.
Yeah. There's not to get ahead of ourselves, but there's an image in this episode. So we see Misty in like full purple inside of this episode, right? Including these like lavender Birkenstocks, which when Mallory and I covered this on the Prestige TV podcast in 2023, we thought was one of the funniest things we had ever seen. And so the zoomed in image of her Birkenstocked foot, purple Birkenstocked foot, is, I believe, maybe still my display photo on Mallory's phone.
Yes.
But we just felt like it was a very important moment in television history, the lavender Birkenstock.
I'm so happy to hear that they resonated with you so deeply.
I love a Birkenstock.
It's been bugging me all season that they talk about like, oh, there's this flower that is used medicinally to like heal wounds, and that's the flower that we use to dye the clothes. Meanwhile, the clothes are such a broad range under the purple umbrella.
Oh, yeah.
They're just all over the place. They could not possibly all come from the dye made from a singular plant.
Well, I mean, on the one hand, absolutely yes. On the other hand, mightn't one steep a clothing article a bit longer to get a deeper shade of purple?
Yes, totally. It's the like blue to red.
I see what you're saying.
Like there's
tone.
like that stuff is kind of all over the place. But listen, did I go to college? Did I dye my own clothing on the stove in my dorm apartment? Yeah, of course
with
I
some
did.
Rit dye.
I'm familiar. Yeah.
Were you one of those kids who would re-blacken your black jeans with some Rit dye?
Joanna, I'm about to become one of those 40-somethings who re-blackens their black jeans. I'm ready.
It's such a smart thing to do. If you are listening to this and your really super cool black jeans have gotten awfully light and gray, this is not an ad for Rit dye, but maybe it kind of is. You too have the power to re-blacken your black jeans. Yeah, and what are they doing? Dipping a Birkenstock in the flower juice dye? I don't think so. That came from a store. Also, I don't endorse pastel colored Birkenstocks, just for the record. It should be earth tones only, really, but you know.
It feels like a pastel would be destined for crisis. You know, like a sandal that is so light and so fair.
How could it possibly survive this cruel, cruel world that we live in? This is
what I'm saying.
Also, the cookie reading assignment. I don't know if it's like worth reminding your listeners, or maybe they are just scholars or whatever, but the reminder that Misty put on a cookie for Shauna, quote, "The only thing you should ever say to the police is I want my lawyer. That's why I put it on the cookie," right? Like, I want my lawyer is what went on the cookie from Misty. So
yes, absolutely. The number of times that I yelled, "What about the cookie?" at the TV while I watched this episode 4 times.
What about
getting
the
ready?
Cookie, you know?
What about the cookie? Speaking of cookies, which are, you know, maybe not inherently festive, but certainly they could be associated with a time of festivity. Do you mind if I just ask you a really quick holiday trivia question, Joanna? It's burning a hole in my heart.
I love trivia. I can't promise to be great at it, but I'm so excited to do it. Let's do it.
Okay. As you know, I have a small child, and
The cutest kiddo.
he's the best, and he is obsessed with the bad boys of Christmas, Jack Skellington and the Grinch. And we have watched the 1966 Grinch
The good
animated
one. Yeah.
TV special. Yeah, it rocks a bunch of times. And in watching it so many times, I have come to know something that I never knew before in my life, which is the name of the man who sings "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch." And I was wondering if you can name that man.
Okay. I'm going to say something. I think it's going to be incorrect, but we're all going to laugh together about it. It's not Boris Karloff, is it? No.
So Boris Karloff is the narrator.
Is the narrator. Okay, so who sings it?
Okay. This man's name, the only way you would know his name is if you knew his name. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah.
his name is Thurl Ravenscroft.
What?
His name is Thurl Ravenscroft. And bonus round,
Okay.
he is the voice of a popular cereal mascot. Any
Tony the Tiger?
ideas? Yes!
Yeah. Once you said
Wow,
it, I'm
beautiful.
like, I would know that baritone anywhere. That's Tony the fucking Tiger. Wow, that's amazing.
Okay. Really, really nice work.
I would like to know which one of your listeners is going to create a D&D character called Thurl Ravenscroft, and like how quickly.
I think that would be me, and the next time I start a fresh D&D campaign.
Do you know I
I
played D&D for work last week with our Ringverse pals, and I don't think that's been released yet, so that's just like a fun fact for your listeners. But
Yay.
I played a bard named. Did I tell you this? Sorry, is this okay for a
please
Yellowjackets
tell
podcast?
me. Yes.
I'm a perky southern vampire bard named Max Martin. And if I had done more prep, all of my spells would have been Max Martin pop songs. I've worked a little Katy Perry in there and a little Britney Spears in there, but like my goal was to be able to unfurl any of the Max Martin, song collection inside gameplay. Next time I will be more prepared, but yeah. I
want to tell you that I fucking love that. And I can't wait to listen. That is just so fantastic.
I also I wore sunglasses the whole time because that is the perk of being a vampire. And nobody knew I was playing a vampire until I like walked in with sunglasses and everyone was like, "What's happening?" Anyway, it was really, really fun. And like most of the people at the table had never played D&D before. So it was quite chaotic and really fun and really low on the math, which is how I prefer D&D. So
yes, you got to do a low math, high story. Yeah. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Anyway, if you ever want to consult with me on future Max Martin escapades, I would so appreciate your feedback.
Would just be thrilled to be involved in any way, shape, or form. I'd love to help.
To like
right
rifle
up my
through
alley.
the lyrics and figure out what sounds like a spell. I had a couple like good ones, but it was like it's really fun to dig through pop lyrics and look for spell like concoctions. So
I can't wait. I can't wait for the next time that for you guys to do your next campaign.
Excellent.
And for me to be involved in the pre-pro.
In all your spare time. In all your free Jenny time, you know?
I always have time for D&D. I always have time for vampires, and I always have time for Joanna Robinson.
Fun fact. Yellowjackets?
Dare we?
Should we?
I mean, we have to.
Okay.
This is a tough episode, and you're very brave for being here. My first question for you, when you were in high school, in health class or sex ed or whatever the class was, that you took, did you watch The Miracle of Life or something similar?
We didn't watch any videos. And in fact, we didn't have sex ed in high school. We had it in middle school. and it was
Smart.
taught by the dustiest. Like I'm sure she's a lovely lady, but she was just sort of like the oldest, croniest lady who would like wear like strange hats, and it was just like, is that the vibe? And my friend and I definitely got kicked out of health class for. I think so. That's either a memory I made up. Definitely my friend got kicked out. Maybe I decided to add myself to the memory to be the bad boy of health class, but definitely my friend got kicked out at one point, and he was just pacing back and forth. He was just asked to sit in the hallway and was just pacing back and forth in front of the window on the classroom door, just like making faces at us. I was like, how is this less distracting than him saying penis loudly in class or whatever it was that he got kicked out for? So that's my healthcare. What was your health ed journey?
Just I feel like we had it like more than once. Like we would have like a health unit every year for like a month of gym, and then like sometimes it was like, here's a video about people in car crashes, and here's a video about drinking and stuff. But we never watched A Miracle of Life. It was all very textbooky, and like, here is an egg. Here are some line drawings of sperm and stuff. What
was the driver's ed? Was it like Crimson Asphalt? What was the driver's ed one that we were all made to watch?
Wow, I don't remember the name, but Crimson Asphalt seems like as good a guess as any. That feels like a real bullseye.
I think it was Crimson Asphalt that I watched in driver's ed class. Okay. Yeah, I never like the classic trope of being in like high school health class and watching a cringy video of some kind or another. I never got to experience this joy of teenagehood. So there we are.
Yeah. I mean, seeing this baby explode out of this woman's vagina is like pretty intense. And I've actually been present for the birth of a child, but this was somehow more alarming than the real thing.
Yeah, I do know.
It's nice that we get this sort of like pre-plane crash flashback, so we get to see Ben without a beard, like looking tremendous. He's wearing like a little Fred Perry polo. Coach Ben is hot. Misty Quigley is really interested in viscera, etc. I mean, I'm glad that we got like a little bit of background, because I was really surprised that any of these kids knew anything about like, oh, that's the placenta. You know what I mean? Like, IDing the placenta on sites.
But that's like, it feels like a classic like knee-jerk reaction to the internet, like, oh, they're all Mary Sues, they know everything they need to know when they need, and it's like, don't worry, we'll show you a scene where they're in health class so you know why they know what a placenta is. But of course, like, Misty would be like just morbidly interested, and all of that was just like really fun character flavor stuff. Question for you about hunky Coach Ben.
Yes.
How worried are you about when and how and why they eat him?
What? Hey, I'm holding out hope.
Okay.
I'm holding out hope that
that's not a spoiler. I don't know, but it's just it's a question Mal and I ask ourselves a lot.
No, I know. It doesn't seem like things are headed anywhere good, and trying to just make sure I'm remaining here and and not in the 3 episodes yet to come. I want the best things for Coach Ben. I want Coach Ben to survive the wilderness. I want him to come home and find Paul. I want Paul to, stand by his man through the sort of like rehabilitative PTSD intensive therapy that he's going to need. And I want him to never see any of these girls again.
I feel like you're gonna get that based on like how cruel the show likes to be. I feel like you're gonna see that, and then it's just gonna be like smash cut to actually Ben's dead and they're eating him. Do you know what I mean? Don't you feel like they would show his like happy ever after reconciliation?
Mean, based on this episode, yes. And I have a broader sort of question for you about that whole thing that I want to hold back until we get to What's the Buzz, just for safety's sake, to protect our delicate. I know you're like, this came out a year and a half ago.
No. You're talking to someone who did a Lost podcast like over a decade after and had like a spoiler-free section. So I respect the process, respect the journey of your listeners who are watching for the first time.
Tremendous. Okay, great. The cruelty of television. Does it all come from Joss Whedon, actually? Is he ground zero for hurting us on purpose?
I mean, it's certainly what introduced me, as I've talked to you before when we talked about the episode of Passion. But I'm trying to like dig through the annals of TV history of what came before Buffy, and the only thing I can think of is like maybe like Twin Peaks, David Lynch, a bit before. But other than that, you're talking more in like the soap opera vein and less than like a Cruel Twist of Fate sort of thing. So yeah. Right.
Yep.
I think we can blame Joss. I'm thrilled to blame Joss. Let's do it.
Okay. You're thinking about all music in the world from like 1998, like early 1998 and earlier, and the entire history of recorded music. Is Song 2, aka Woohoo by Blur, your ultimate childbirth music?
I have so many questions about why. I feel like at the time, when we were recording this podcast in 2023, I feel like I know that we had a conversation about the music in this episode because you and I were discussing that pre-pod. So I know we talked about this in 2023, but I feel like I asked you about it because it was just sort of like a, you know, the bleed of the woohoo into like the actual screaming. I don't know. But quick sidebar, and I swear we will talk about this actual episode. I was on a trivia game once where they asked us to say how many woohoos were in the song. And that was a really fun trivia question. I recommend anyone putting trivia together. Because then you just have tables of people just sitting there going like, when I feel heavy metal, woohoo. When I, like trying to count through the song. Anyway. No, this is not what I would pick. Jenny Owen Youngs, what would you pick? Were you the music supervisor of Yellowjackets?
That is a good question.
I put you on the spot. I apologize. It's not
No. It's like when Kristin and I talked about, like, when I was watching season 2 while it was airing, I had a lot of like, this works for me and this doesn't work for me. And when we pod about it, maybe I'll just like music supervise the whole season to my liking. But did I do that? No. Is it perhaps harder than armchair music supervisor Jenny Owen Youngs of a year and a half ago initially thought? Possibly. It feels like I think the things that are like
lightning
that
crashes,
are like making this feel.
Is that what you would? Just kidding.
I feel like this is too energetic and like too party mode. I feel like I understand like the chaos of like, oh, it's go time and like we need to like move her to this other place and everybody's like shuffling furniture and freaking out.
Yeah.
But it does feel like maybe I would pick something with just like a slightly like lower energy level, slightly lower tempo, and maybe more chaotic in a less energetic way, or like more, I don't know, rending or something. Like,
well, my question is, do you think they use this as a misdirect? Because when you hear Blur, when you get this like, then it looks like a comedy scene, right? It's like woohoo is playing and it's like, oh my God, these people are fumbling their way towards competency or something like that. So you're never expecting that things are going to go as horribly as they go because you've set the stage with like something a bit more lighthearted.
Okay, now that you put it like that, it's still not getting a green light from me, but I am a lot more convinced than I was moments ago.
I mean, I don't think it's a good idea, but I feel like maybe that's...
But maybe that was where they were coming from?
The impact.
Okay.
Because if they pick something like really like harrowing and scary, then the whole episode you're just braced for things to go like horribly, whereas they're trying to gut punch you, which they did.
Okay. I'm taking it under advisement, and I feel like I feel like you're coming at this from a very knowledgeable, analytical place. That I'm not a maker of TV, and I wouldn't want to be in. I mean, I can barely make a podcast.
You know what I mean?
But
Maybe someday you will be.
I mean, and I would celebrate that, but I would also be afraid of the responsibility for a reason just like this one.
Anyway, yeah, a Blur is here, and that is a wild decision. We can all agree.
Truly. Shauna's screaming, "Get it out of me," which is, that makes a lot of sense. That A+. True to life. There's nothing that a woman in labor wants more than for a baby to no longer be inside of her.
How did you feel personally about the betwixt the legs POV of Misty?
There's a lot about this episode that feels like none of my business.
And betwixt
you know what I mean?
the legs POV is one of them.
Well, no, not sorry. I shouldn't be so goofy about childbirth. It's like very serious.
No, but Blur's playing, so it's okay.
Blur
we
playing.
We have license to feel goofy about
and perhaps there's never been a better time for a POV betwixt the legs shot than when Blur is playing and somebody's about to deliver a child. Maybe. I wouldn't want to be an actor on either side of this shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Are those her actual legs? Do we get a leg
nobody
double?
knows.
Who's to know? Who's to say?
Uncredited leg doubles, come forward.
Yeah. Or Sophie Nalise.
Break your silence.
Sophie Nalise, if this was your experience, I don't want to take it from you. So you
totally.
Let me know.
Okay. We go through the credits.
Yeah.
And then we ourselves are delivered into the dawn of a new day. We are at Camp Triangle Buddy, which, welcome to the pod, Joanna. Triangle Buddy is our name for the symbol. He's a happy little guy. He just wants to have a good time.
Just wants to listen to Blur.
Listen to Blur.
Yeah.
Okay. Quick inventory of the personal belongings of Misty Quigley being surrendered.
There's only one thing that's really worth talking about, and I think you know that that's true.
Oh, okay. Tell me which thing it is.
It's the handcuffs. Walter, come back. Walter, where are you? There's a whole world waiting for you. Misty travels with handcuffs.
She does. Okay. So you don't think that maybe the brass knuckles are... Sure, they could be for defense, but they could all... Okay, either of those things could be for, defense, but either of those I feel like could also be for Walter. Also, what's the bottle of injectable liquid medicine?
Yeah, the label on the vial is purposely obscured for the Reddit heads out there, and that's a bummer. But yes, there's a hypodermic needle and a vial. But I really do feel, I don't know if you know this about me, but I am like the world's #1 Walter and Misty shipper. And I believe very firmly in a season 3 scenario where we get to see Walter and Misty use those handcuffs together.
Wow.
Maybe you haven't podcasted with me much since in the years that I've started podcasting with Mallory Rubin, but it has definitely rubbed off on me. So here we are.
A, I celebrate that. B, if you think that I haven't listened to every single minute that you and Mallory have podcasted about Yellowjackets, you're a fool. Joanna, you think I don't know that you're a Wallisty stan?
Milter? Something.
Milter. I also really appreciated the sort of like character details of a beaded coin purse that is like decorated to look like a bird, and also a keychain with a long feather on it. Yeah. I'm like, is that Caligula's feather? Was that a like personalized,
Yes.
Not that she would like, because birds, shed feathers naturally.
No, I agree. I just love to think that it's Caligula's feather. Or it was like, do we know, forgive me if I'm a little rusty on my Yellowjackets lore, but do we know if Caligula is her first parrot? Was this perhaps from a previous parrot pal?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now that we're talking about it, I don't remember what color the feather is, so it could be very obviously be not Caligula's, but she strikes me as exclusively a bird person, but also birds live, like parrots live a long time, I think.
That's a fact.
So
that is a fact.
Unknown. Okay. We just get like some important details that will come into play later via conversation. There's a landline in the kitchen. It's for emergencies only. Don't worry about it. Blah, 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 blah. And then here's Charlotte. Simone Kessel, like at least 8 inches taller than Christina Ricci?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
They've got a real...
Ricci's a tiny little lady, you know?
Yeah. They've got like a Buffy and Angel height differential going on.
Do you are you in your vampire era, as you have been for your entire life? Are you excited for the film Nosferatu? Do you do horror of that level, I guess is the question.
I do occasional horror. I usually stick to sort of like in a world where everyone has been saying elevated horror for a while, it's starting to feel a little like me.
Yeah.
You know? But just like, you know, like it's just a little different or something. Yeah, it's not
I actually
as
feel like
scary.
Nosferatu is because Robert Eggers, who made like The Witch and stuff like that, like this is what he does, The Lighthouse, all that sort of stuff. But like, I get you. You're like, I'm more of a Midsommar girl, but let me just tell you that Nosferatu slaps. It is amazing. It's so good. But what's funny to discover about it is either Aaron Taylor Johnson is a very short man, Kraven the Hunter himself, or Nicholas Hoult is taller than you think, because there is like a Hoult and a half amount of difference between the two of them. Like if you would ask me, are those two actors about the same height? I would say yes. But either one of them is abnormally taller, the other one is the short king. And I support all of that.
I'm just seeing Aaron Taylor Johnson's abs for the first time, and
welcome to the Craven Hive. We're happy to have you here.
I've got to go. I have somewhere to be.
I can't believe you're not doing a very special like hunkologist dispatch from inside the Craven poster. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm doing after this. That's what I'm doing after this. Oh, this is the guy who's married to the lady.
He is the guy who's married to the lady.
And they're different ages.
Yeah.
Aha!
Yeah.
Okay. All right, now I see what's going on. Wow, just look at that. You could just
rest cozily in the crevices of his abs.
Yeah.
Nestle, hunker down for the winter in you know, after a snowy plane crash.
Yeah, exactly. Are you on, this is just for you, are you on Hoth, but you don't want to kill anything to survive?
I mean, it certainly seems like it would smell better nestled inside of his abs. Yeah. I think the answer is this. I think the answer is that Nicholas Hoult is very tall, and people don't know that, but it is true. Anyway,
I know you're bringing all the right energy to the pod, Joanna. This is what,
like, he towers over Andrew Garfield, who is a man I consider to be somewhat tall. I just think Nicholas Hoult is like, he's a stealthy giant. Okay. Anyway, back to Yellowjackets. Back to Charlotte, who says we are a community of love and spiritual growth. Fine. Totally fine. No worries. Everything's fine.
Misty does not believe Lottie that Natalie tried to kill herself.
Mm-hmm.
She's not buying it. She's like, you guys aren't even friends. Lottie, in what I'm gonna call her like sort of increasingly addled state, is like this is a sign. Everyone must converge. The time is now. The place is here. Yeah. It's all coming together. Misty, can you stay a while? Can you have a little slumber party here at Camp Triangle, buddy?
It's simply a no from me, but listen, I don't have Misty's sense of adventure, so that's fine.
I feel like Misty is a hard yes because she wants to be wherever Natalie is. I still am like, I don't fully buy that Natalie would stay here, even though she is here right now, theoretically, to like stop Lottie or reveal some kind of like, you know, evil doings of Lottie's or whatever. I just have a hard time imagining Natalie sticking around for real. But they're here. And this episode, as we all know, is just a flimsy excuse to get the band back together.
I love when this, skipping way forward, but when the plot mechanics are like, Shauna, you simply must go now. I was like, thank fucking God. So yeah.
Shauna, you keep telling the police things they shouldn't know. Therefore, leave town and go see your old cannibal buddies in upstate New York.
It sounds nice. Go
a massage and some ribs.
Go take care of yourself. It'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. Yeah.
In the New Jersey suburbs, it comes to light that the police want to talk to Shauna and not Jeff, but Shauna and Callie. Shauna, the cookie. This is where I start screaming about the cookie. And like just grade A parenting. It would have been better if you just slept with the undercover policeman.
Yeah.
Then nothing you told him would be admissible.
Can I ask you a question from this time in our podcasting about Yellowjackets? Because we're in the Sadeki kitchen, which is one of my favorite locations on this show.
Oh yeah.
How do you feel about using cinnamon raisin bread as bread for a sandwich?
We were just lamenting this.
Shocked,
last
appalled,
episode.
Horrified?
Shocked and appalled. I do recall, you know how, I don't know if this has been your experience as an adult, but my family, like my mom's parents, lived like deep in Pennsylvania Dutch country. So like a lot of the food that I grew up with, like my mom making and stuff, my mom like canned and jarred a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
We like ate a lot of like pickled eggs, and she like made sweet pickles a lot. And so there was always like a lot of like food that had sort of like sweet and vinegar together.
Sure.
And this is not exactly that, but like a popular snack in my house growing up, I think, was cream cheese on cinnamon raisin toast. And the look of dismay on your face, Joanna.
No, that's just cream chease on a cinnamon raisin bagel. There's nothing fine.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but the look on my face was
right. It's
I
so
was
close
bracing
to a bagel.
for like, and then also pickles or something like that. You know what I mean?
No.
I was ready for the like jalapenos.
I was thinking,
I don't know.
cinnamon toast cream cheese sandwich as like a thing that you would tell somebody in your adulthood, and they would be like, "Ew," but you're right. It's
just a
basically a bagel.
That's fine.
I feel better.
I support it.
But meat on that sandwich because it was on
iceberg
sale.
Lettuce on cinnamon raisin?
No.
Absolutely.
Mustard?
Absolutely
I
no.
think I see mustard in that scene.
Oh, horrifying.
It's criminal, honestly.
Deeply upsetting.
Okay, back in a significantly less sanitary setting. Okay, so we're back in early 1997. Misty is spiraling. She was supposed to be in charge here, but the thing about accidentally murdering the only person who likes you,
listen,
is that it will throw you off your game.
Would we call it murder?
No, what?
Would any court?
It would probably be manslaughter.
Would any court convict?
Manslaughter, accidental, not premeditated, but death was the result of Misty's actions.
Sure was. Here's the real twist of this episode. There's a twist coming, obviously. It's why Kristin isn't here. But here's the bigger twist, I would argue.
Mm-hmm.
Mari says something actually helpful. Should we boil water? Mari.
First and only time. Don't worry. She's
Mari,
about to...
Get in the pit. Get in the pit, Mari. I'm ready.
She, moments later, when Lottie gathers the circle to share their hopes, Mari, the first one with a hope, is wilderness. I hope Shauna doesn't die.
The helpfulness is short-lived, but it is here briefly, and we should celebrate it.
I know, and we were really delighted to see how excited she was when they decided to throw a baby shower. Mari was like the number one enthusiast, so it's nice to see Mari enjoying life very occasionally, being a part of the group, and not being just the fucking worst.
Not just like bracing us all for her to go in the pit. If there's any justice.
Thankfully, Akila was also paying attention in her health class, wherever that was, and she's ready to be this. Well, she's maybe not ready, but she's going to. She's slotted to be the steady presence that Misty's not going to be able to supply.
I think
right
it's
away.
like she was there when her sister was in labor, so somehow she remembers what happened there. I was also there when my sister was in labor, but I would not be able to translate that knowledge into helping deliver a baby. But here we are.
Yeah, no.
Akila is way more accomplished than I am in general. Pocket mouse notwithstanding. Maybe Nugget's the one with all the information, you know?
It's entirely positive, sort of a Ratatouille kind of situation.
It's really Nugget calling the shots here.
Okay, we're obviously
would watch Ratatouille 2 Nugget's Day Out. Just
1000%
curious.
Nugget in the OB wing in the special delivery.
Specially delivery with Nugget. Yes, I was gonna say the same thing.
Okay. We're pinging, we're ponging, we're back in the present. Natalie is shooting a gun, and is it just me, or does she need to get her groove back? Because she is hitting absolutely nothing.
It's like the one thing we know about Natalie. She loves drugs and also shooting things with a gun. And this is not working out for her. She's also dished the purple. I don't know she just seems like, I'm not playing that game anymore.
She can't be tamed.
No.
Nobody's going to tell her what to do.
No.
She does what she wants when she wants to do it. Lisa comes looking for her, trying to chat, and Natalie's like, away, I am poison. And let's hear a little bit of this exchange.
I killed my best friend. The only person I loved. The only person who knew me.
Was that Travis?
This whole time I was saying it was Lottie. And it was my fault, because I made him believe. I told him.
No. It's never anyone else's fault, Natalie. You know that. There was nothing that you could have said to Travis. It was something that was already in him.
Well, that's something that was in him is in me. We saw so much. We did so much fucked up shit out there. And yeah, maybe it was to survive. Maybe. But I don't think we deserve to.
Joanna, bust out your gavel. As of right now in the series, did they deserve to survive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're kids.
They've only had but a snacky up to this point. And honestly, anybody who takes issue...
One meager meal repast. Just like just like some small victuals. It's fine.
Ella Purnell, basically an appetizer. These people are starving.
Yeah.
The Fates perfectly smoked her body. You can't.
It's the. On the one hand, I would like to believe that like it smelled like you're strolling down the streets of Austin, Texas, and you can like smell the Terry Blacks and the Ironworks and all that sort of stuff in the air. But like they were burning her clothing too. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that smelled as good as. But listen. I've never been abandoned in the snowy woods and starving. So whom am I to judge?
I did track down a post on Reddit for that episode about the temperatures at which all of those, like a varsity jacket would burn. And like, what would that fire have been burning at? And it was well within the range, like the temperature required to sort of just incinerate that stuff. So, like, I'm not worried about, like, what a little bit of polyester would smell like burning if I've been starving for months and there's, like, a big slab of meat. And listen, Joanna, I know that you were I know you were taken advantage of. I know you were led astray by other parties who tricked you into saying things and then made you feel unjustly bad about it.
Yeah.
That's not what we do here on this podcast. You're safe with us to eat a piece of your friend if you have to survive.
What piece of your friend would you eat, Jenny?
I feel like...
What she's alluding to, if you didn't listen to Mallory and me cover this, is like Mallory asked that question. I believe, if memory serves, I said tongue. And then I asked her, and she said, I simply wouldn't eat a friend. And it was one of the top 10 anime betrayals that has ever happened in my life. It was
also, just no offense, a blatant lie.
Oh. It doesn't
no
even matter if you know Mallory, but if you know Mallory, you know that is a blatant lie. That is deeply untrue. She would be
extremely snack motivated.
Early to the trough, Mallory Rubin. So yeah.
Okay, so that's not what we're trying to do here. I feel like I keep thinking, now this is sick and twisted, watching this show makes me keep thinking to myself, I really have to look at like a butcher diagram to figure out like what are the good parts of an animal.
Like a haunch?
Yeah, and what is a haunch? Like butt and thigh?
Butt thigh, yeah.
So I guess probably butt thigh is where I would be headed.
I actually think, maybe tongue was just like a too weird of an answer. I can't remember my logic at the time.
No.
But like,
it's, you know exactly where it starts and stops. People put it in tacos.
Yeah, it's a thing that people eat. They eat tongue. They also eat butt thigh. So if you can eat the butt thigh of a lamb or a pig, you certainly can of a friend. So I support butt thigh.
What this is to me, Joanna, is that you and I in a survival situation are not going to be competing for the same cut of meat. And I think that bodes well for our mutual survival.
I like that.
Okay. I feel like now that I'm kind of like observing the ping pong of my notes of like people to like character to character, back and forth in the timeline, this episode really feels like the kind of like the choppiest one, and I think it is largely like up to this point in the season, and I think it is really largely because they are just like really working overtime to get everybody together.
Yeah. That's part of it, but I also think it's by design to sort of help with the sleight of hand of what they're doing towards the end of the episode. It's just sort of like if we're pinging around, we don't have enough time to sort of like really process and stay in one place and sort of like say, Shauna looks surprisingly clean in, the scene with her baby or whatever it is. So, yeah. Misdirect.
Again, this
sleight
is
of hand.
Why I'm not in charge of television.
You can be.
I like that my biggest takeaway from this episode is going to be that I could be in charge of TV if I really applied myself.
I think the world would be in a better place if you were, honestly.
That's, wow, very gentle of you to say.
I was going to say you have excellent taste, but I forgot that sometimes you have trash taste. So I will just say that,
right, I know that I couldn't win you over to Riverdale. I wasn't telling you to watch Riverdale because it's a good show.
I know.
I just looked at Craven's abs, and you're gonna sit there and tell me that
I'm wrong?
That Archie Andrews, and I mean there's some good things about the show, and maybe they're not.
Does it start with jingle and end with jangle, or
I mean, you've got jingle jangle, you've got Archie's abs, you've got the Gargoyle King. You've got, they all get superpowers eventually, and there's time travel.
Okay. Someday when we have all the time in the world, let's do a podcast where it's just Jenny explains the plot of Riverdale to Joanna.
Then, oh my God, that would be perfect because I would get what I want. I watch Riverdale and then I tell someone about it, and you get what you want. You don't have to watch Riverdale.
But I just know, then I can know about it and make references to it. Like I like knowing about Jingle Jangle and being able to reference Jingle Jangle. It matters.
Absolutely.
To me.
Absolutely. The only, okay, I'm gonna say one more thing about Riverdale and then we're gonna get back. I love that this episode is, honestly, this podcast is choppy because I don't want to talk about what's gonna happen with Shauna. But like one of my absolute favorite things about Riverdale is also that Veronica's dad, an adult man, who is like a mob guy and a boxer and a wrestler. His like number one thing in life is that he is feuding with a teen boy.
Yeah.
His daughter's boyfriend. It's like a real Voldemort, Lucius Malfoy kind of like energy that he's bringing to the role, but he actually like physically he challenges Archie to wrestling matches. Like it's absolutely fucking
he's like
wild,
Archie
out of control.
Andrews, the boy who lived come to die.
Yes, precisely that. Okay, so diversions upon diversions back at while you were streaming, or the apartment above while you were streaming. Van is catching Ty up on Shadow Ty's activities. They're sort of analyzing the we're not supposed to be here. Who's we? Where are we? They supposed to be whoever that we is. Van is like maintaining her boundaries, which I feel like is really good. It will not continue through she won't make it through the end of the episode with her boundaries up, but she's trying her best, and I salute her. She's like, Taisa, you're married.
Your family, your multiple personalities is a really top tier burn, I think. And just really, you know.
Yes, 1,000%. And Nosy Ty, having been through the trash, is like, what about all those past due bills? And Vanna's like, it's none of your business. If I need help with my life, I'll let you know.
Yeah. I was trying to remember where I recently saw this trope, and it was in the television classic, the new Netflix cinematic classic, Merry Gentlemen, in which do you know about Merry Gentlemen? This is when Chad Michael Murray strips to save a small town bar.
This is on my watch. This is actually editor of the pod, John Mark Nelson, and his wife and my wife and I have a date to watch this movie. Stat.
Last weekend, I did a double feature with my friends of Hot Frosty and Merry Gentlemen, two of the worst things I've ever seen in my entire life with mine own eyeballs. And there's a moment where our protagonist in Merry Gentlemen, a young woman who has been fired from Broadway and come home to save the small, like her parents are struggling. How do we know? Because she picks up the mail, and I was like, I can't wait for the shot of the giant red rubber stamp past due, and it just like immediately cut to that. I was like, yes. So similarly in Van's trash, we just get the like biggest past due final notice red rubber stamps on the mail. They don't do that, just so you know. You have to open the envelope to find out how past due your bills are. Just in case you're listening to this and you're not adulting yet in your life, that is a thing.
Yeah, that's what you have to look forward to.
Yeah.
Okay. Back at the beginning of 1997. Oh dear. Things are intensive. Brackets. Labor intensifies. Misty really starting to lose it. Just having like little crystal flashbacks. Natalie, very resourceful. Hey, and on top of things, I'll go talk to Ben. He was our health teacher. Surely he must know about the miracle of life. Ben is just like,
full Blanche.
Without adult leadership, next in line,
Nugget.
Akilah. Natalie's like, don't worry, Akilah's got this. On Joanna, if you scroll all the way to the bottom of our shared episode doc, you can see
I did
the very best moment of Akilah's face after someone says Akilah's got this, and she's like, Akilah who? I'm sure she's gonna be fine. It's great. So she's at the helm. Meanwhile, Travis is like, I know how I can contribute. He takes a skull off the wall.
Correct.
Oh, God. Lottie's like, we need offerings. And the very first offering to be made is Travis slicing his palm to drip some blood on this skull. Can we please hear that beautiful palm slice jingle? Stat.
Down the middle of your palm, you're gonna feel that later on. When you eat, when you write, when you do a ritual sacrifice, when you gather wood to split, and when you get Maury in the pit.
so beautiful.
Wow, thank you.
I love you so much. I just think you're so talented.
Oh my God, I think you're so talented and I love you so much. So agree to mutually.
And listen, I love when we mutually admire each other. What I don't like is like anything Lottie does. And like Lottie leading this, Lottie trying to like continually insert herself into Shauna's labor when she's like, get the fuck away from me. And Lottie taking the moment to like flirt with Travis, it seems, inside of this like ritual moment that they're starting.
You say you recognize my sacrifice, in what way do you recognize it? With which body parts?
Oh my God. Lottie, stop.
Things have really progressed. Lottie is high upon her own supply. She has suppeth of her own Kool-Aid, and she really somebody on Reddit was like, was Travis pissed after he like bled onto the skull when someone else was like, here's a button? Like,
it's the same.
Why aren't they all bleeding on the skull?
A splash of blood or a button. You know what I mean? Same.
Okay. Speaking of Lottie and things looking increasingly bleak, in the present day, she goes to therapy. Oh no, but we only see the edge of her therapist's hair. Yeah. That can't be good.
It really can't be okay at all. This is the episode because I was like so deep in like psychiatrist theory brain when this episode came out. Who is a psychiatrist? Does a psychiatrist exist? What are we doing here? This is the episode where we did have like a credited, like we saw her face in episode 4. She's played by an actress called Jennifer Lyons, but there is no name for her in the credits. She's just psychiatrist. That's fine. That's normal. That's fine.
You mean it, that it's not fine?
I mean, it's not fine.
Yeah. We'd like to see, a certificate on the wall. We'd like to maybe see some identification.
I have a lot of questions.
My first question is like, what if I actually can't remember where we're headed, so this is a safe thing I'm gonna say.
Pure as the driven snow.
Pure as the driven snow.
Yeah.
If we're headed in some weird direction, why did we see her face? Like, why did we see her face to begin with, and now we're not seeing her face anymore? And does that mean anything? Because it kind of almost feels like maybe not.
I feel like if you were in charge of television, you would not have done it that way. That's what I feel.
Thank you for respecting. You know what else wouldn't have ever happened? I can't actually remember if a microphone ever has the opportunity to feedback on the show. Probably at reunion, probably at the 25th high school reunion of the Yellowjackets when Allie is
when Allie, who was not in their class,
at
was
all,
nonetheless at their reunion.
Yeah. Her mic probably fed back, and that would not have happened if I was in charge. That's my number one vendetta against television. Mics feeding back for reasons that mics wouldn't feed back, but rather for reasons that let us know that someone's uncomfortable or like,
Does it happen when Jonathan gives his speech at the prom? Does his mic feedback?
I'm 1,000% sure.
I am also 1,000% sure. Okay.
Yeah. Does it happen the first time Piper Parabo goes up to a mic to sing a little song in Coyote Ugly? Without a doubt.
I can't wait for you to watch Merry Gentlemen and just continually think about Coyote Ugly because it is in the DNA of that movie.
Wow, I'm so excited. And speaking of Chad Michael Murray, he actually appears in a season of Riverdale as a cult leader. So it's like really intersecting.
That's such a
with
good
lot.
vibe for him. I would have to say, humble, hot male stripper, not a good. Can I tell you my favorite thing about Merry Gentlemen? And I would just like you to watch for this.
This is a holiday episode, please.
So in putting together the lineup for the Merry Gentleman film, they actually have hired 2, maybe dancers, but maybe actual literal strippers to do, like, they are part of the review. Like, it's 3 actors and then it's 2, like, actual strippers. And so they, of course, are in front. The actual strippers are in front. And Chad Michael Murray is just, like, often box stepping in the back because he can't actually do what he needs to do to captivate the stage. I also want you to know, and everyone else and ensuing generations to know, that the actor who plays Michael in Grease 2, aka Rex Manning from Empire Records, is not only in Married Gentlemen, he strips in Married Gentlemen. So just in case Rex Manning Day is as sacrosanct to you as it is to me, or Grease 2 is as important to you as it is to me, I just want you to know that he strips in the movie and he's great. So
Okay, I'm starting to see why there was a Rex Manning Day.
have you never seen Empire Records?
No. I have, but like I find him repellent, maybe just for plot reasons.
Oh, he is.
But
yeah.
look at him in Grease too. Wow.
Yes. Have you never seen Grease 2?
I never have. I've only seen one Grease.
Okay. If you ever watch Grease 2, please like watch it with me and also let's podcast about it. But I actually think it might be superior to Grease. And also follow-up statement. His name is Michael, his character in Grease 2. And there's a whole song. He's a mysterious guy on a motorcycle. And so the song lyrics are thus, and I think you would appreciate them. Who's that guy on that motorcycle? They never believe that it's Michael or something like that. They rhyme motorcycle with Michael, and it's Chef's Kiss.
I celebrate that. It sounds also very, I don't know if you know this about me, but I am a huge Shangri-La's fan. And this all sounds very, very Shangri-La's coded.
It's wall to wall Shangri-La. There's a song that takes place in sex ed class, all about fucking, which is great. There's a song called "Do It for Our Country" where a guy tries to dupe his girlfriend and having sex with him because he pretends there's like like the Cuban Missile Crisis is happening or something like that. And then there's a song about them all going bowling. I just love Grease 2 so much. It genuinely is better because I'm going to stop talking about Grease 2 in a second, but the character that Michelle Pfeiffer plays in Grease 2 is so Stephanie, Giamatti, something like that, is so much better than Sandy, who is such a like fucking simp. You know, it's just like a real hopelessly devoted ding dong, whereas like whereas Michelle Pfeiffer straddles a ladder and talks about how she wants a cool rider to like, you know, come into her life. Watch Grease 2. It's incredible.
Yeah. Okay. Are
you sold? Okay, let's go back to Yellowjackets. I do apologize. You can cut all this out if you want to of your podcast. I wouldn't blame you.
This is what the people want to know about. Okay, so Lottie tells the edge of this therapist's hair that she thinks that, like, the wilderness, you know, that it, like, that it's all, that they brought it back with them, and that she's not worried that she's ill. She's worried that she's never been ill, and that, like, Travis, Natalie, Misty all coming together is the wilderness, or the big it, trying to show Lottie that it was, in fact, real. That's, you know, she's got her own thing going. Meanwhile, at Camp Triangle Buddy, Misty has complete and utter disdain for hand drumming, and I cannot blame her. People are all really all over the place here. She's also like, I've never been through a breakup. That's interesting.
Because she's never dated?
She's never dated anyone? Despite the fact that she's always going on dates. Right. Okay, so she's never really
Walter, come back.
Walter, come back.
I'm sorry, we simply cannot continue without mentioning that Acolyte Rob, my favorite of the acolytes.
Oh yeah.
Joined after dissolving a subscription horse meat business he started with his brother-in-law.
Yeah, there's no part of that sentence that makes me feel good. Is that legal?
Well, perhaps not. Perhaps hence the dissolution of it, but
yep.
A subscription horse meat. Do you feel like what are we putting horse meat in? Does it go in like puppy
tacos?
Food? Tacos? Do we eat horse tacos?
I don't know. I don't know why I said tacos. I think I was thinking of like, what's the smallest amount of meat that, you know what I mean? Or like I was thinking like it would be ground, so you wouldn't be thinking about like how horsey like
there was there was a whole scandal in the UK, right? That there was like horse meat in the burgers at like Waitrose or something like that, Sainsbury's.
Really?
I don't know, but like, the horse meat burger scandal that they just sort of like integrated horse meat into the ground beef, and so like you would not know that it was like however much percentage horse meat. I believe that's true. But I don't know what the subscription horse meat business was. I feel like you put horse meat in puppy chow, but I could be wrong. Does Frank know? Is Frank there? Can you ask him?
Frank is here. He's actually sleeping, but he has protein allergies, so he is a lamb only.
Oh, okay.
Boy.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know anything about horse meat.
I googled this and now I'm on a watch list somewhere. Okay, so anyway, back to drum circles with Misty.
Once Misty reveals that she knows Natalie, things come to a screeching halt, and everyone wants to know more. So it's not just a cult, but it's also like a cult of personality. And aren't they all? Probably.
Yes.
Did you watch The Teal Swan?
Yeah.
Ugh, me too.
I watched it while covering this season of television. I was like, quick pause to... Because as you said that, cult of personality, I was like, oh yeah, remember that whole cult doc you watched to understand what was going on in season 2 of Yellowjackets? Yeah, disturbing. Very close. Yeah. A very close impersonation of Teal Swan is going on here in this show. But yeah, I liked her saying knowing Lottie basically makes us celebrities. It is cult of personality, but it's also very high school cafeteria stuff.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we know.
I mean, we literally see cafeteria sort of like hierarchy going on.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies just to see if you could save some cash? Well, Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states.
Introducing Meta Ray-Ban Display, the world's most advanced AI glasses. With a full color display built into the lens of the glasses, it's there when you need it and gone when you don't. Send and receive messages, translate or caption live conversations, collaborate with Meta AI, and more. Be one of the first to try Meta Ray-Ban Display. Visit meta.com/Meta Ray-Ban Display to book a demo and find your pair.
Okay, only 10 more presents to wrap. You're almost at the finish line. But first... There, the last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes.
Okay. Joanna.
Yeah, Jenny.
You're starving in the woods.
Yeah.
Someone you know is giving birth.
Yeah.
You need to dissociate.
Madonna.
What are you listening to and what game are you playing? Is it Madonna and charades or something else?
Okay. Oh, it's a great question. Thank you so much for asking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why my brain just went to this, but it is perhaps actually Depeche Mode rather than Madonna, and I couldn't tell you why. It's just what my brain supplied. What is that reaction to me saying it's Depeche Mode?
No, that's a cool answer. I'm intrigued.
Okay, it's Depeche Mode, and we could be playing charades. We might be playing my favorite party game, which is Sir Francis Drake, which is like a version of like Celebrity. Or if you're around movie nerds, a game I like to play is the Robert Downey Jr. game, which is a game that I invented. So probably Depeche Mode in the conservatory with the Robert Downey Jr. game.
Yes.
How about you?
I'm thinking maybe I've been really into a subgenre called dungeon synth. Lately.
You
I told you about this.
Like. Yeah.
So it's an offshoot of black metal, but it's like very mellow and very like sort of D&D background music kind of vibes. So I'm thinking some dungeon synth, and I'm thinking Oh, have you ever played multi-person solitaire where everybody has their own deck and you can all put down on each other's aces?
Yeah.
That is my vibe. Busy hand, busy mind, not worried about whatever else is going on.
Do you ever play Egyptian Rat Screw? It's like a card game that involves piling things, like a group thing. It's similar to Speed. It's like a speed-based card game where you're piling cards and you slap the pile if there's like a face card and like you put non-face cards on top, something like that. I'm sure it has names other than Egyptian Rat Screw. I could not tell you
none
where.
so satisfying. Why bother with anything else?
I could not tell you where Egyptian Rat Screw came from, but you will pry it out of my cold dead hands because that is one of the best names for a card game ever. But that's a really fun one.
That rips.
You can like get really into slapping the pile and also the hands of the people that get in your way. Can I tell you what the Robert Downey Jr. game is and ask you to play one round really quickly?
Yes.
It's like a movie trivia-esque game, but mostly it's based on how well you know the person that you're playing with, and it's also a good way to get to know the taste of the people that you're playing with. So I say the name. I've been making Rob Mahoney play this with me a lot on Prestige TV feed. You say the name of an actor. Let's say, for the purposes of Yellowjackets, Christina Ricci. And then you and I, inside of our own heads, not showing our cards to the room, think of the movie that like we most identify with Christina Ricci. Is it like the first movie we saw her in? Is it like our favorite Christina Ricci movie? Is it the movie that feels like the most Christina Ricci? What is the Christina Ricci movie for us? Just like keep that inside your head.
Okay.
And then you try to guess for the other person. So like, do you want to try to guess what my Christina Ricci movie is?
I'd be delighted.
Okay.
Is it The Addams Family?
It's not The Addams Family.
Is it Casper?
It's not Casper.
Okay, I'm going to just go out into the wilderness right now.
Is it The Addams Family for you?
No.
Okay.
Nor Casper.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Are we supposed to go back and forth?
A bit, but that's okay. Is it?
Oh, please.
Is it Now and Then?
It's not.
Okay.
Is it Buffalo 66?
It's not. Is it The Ice Storm?
It's not.
Okay. Oh. Is it Sleepy Hollow?
It is.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I should have guessed that first. I'm so sorry. I did recently, as of October, find out that you had a weird thing about Sleepy Hollow, and I should have remembered
weird thing. I'm like, Sleepy Hollow is also my next guess because I'm like, what? I'm like running out of Christina Ricci movies.
I don't know if your listeners know the story that like like Kristin and Avanti live in the Hudson Valley, which is where Sleepy Hollow is set, and like are lovers of this autumnal drink called Squashington Irving that they serve in Hudson Valley, et cetera, but they had never seen or read Sleepy Hollow, so that we watched the Christina Ricci, Johnny Depp Sleepy Hollow, and then we watched the Disney Sleepy Hollow that was just on YouTube. That one slaps. That one's really good.
Hell yeah.
And then they were out doing an errand or whatever. I was staying at their house. They were out doing an errand, and they sent me a photo of like a headless horseman statue that was like, and they're like, "Oh, this is the headless horse," and I was just like so excited to introduce them to lore about like where they live, something like that. It was really cute. That was a great evening of Headless Horseman. It is not Sleepy Hollow. Would you like me to tell you my answer?
I would love for you to.
It's not really fair. Sometimes I have weird, obscure ones that I like. I should just say Addams Family. Anyway, Mermaids. Did you ever watch Mermaids?
Oh yeah.
Winona Ryder and Cher.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my Christina Ricci movie.
That's a really good one.
And that's the Robert Downey Jr. game. You don't need anything to play it. Just like your brain and some working knowledge of the person that you're playing with.
Yeah.
My favorite round of this game that ever happened was we were at dinner with like a bunch of people we knew, people we didn't know, and we were guessing, I think, for Brad Pitt or something like that. And we were turned to my friend Sam, and I said something like Fight Club, and she's like, "No, I'm not a 12-year-old boy." And we were going around the table, and then we got to my friend Kim's husband Mike, and he was just like, "It's Fight Club," and we were like, "Oh."
Ouch. Sorry, Mike.
Sorry, Mike. Okay. Anyway, charades with Coach Ben.
Yeah, and we're getting this kind of like it's the cabin, it's not the cabin kind of thing. It's snowing outside. You've got the fireplace and everything. But there are also things that are decidedly not the cabin. So did Ben and Paul ever go on a getaway with their friends, or is this additional wishful thinking?
It feels like wishful thinking.
Yeah. Oh, Ben.
Sad.
It's going to be fine when he gets back to civilization and reconnects with Paul.
Sure.
Joanna, I have terrible news. And there's no easy way to say this, but the placenta is coming out first, and I just can't believe that these girls know what's going on. So glad I'm not in a cabin as a 16-year-old.
After? I don't know.
Yeah, what? Yeah. They know. This is where we find out that Misty and Crystal were going to do this together, and then they were going to do a song. They had a song planned. Any guesses for the selection?
Oh, because they love musical theater. My Corner of the Sky from Pippin. I don't know. What do you want to guess?
I'm not nearly well versed enough in musicals to make a really informed decision.
Yeah.
Although I wonder if they would do the People of Argentina. No, People of Europe? People of Europe. I wonder if they would do the People of Europe, I Bring You the Rainbow of Argentina. Is that what the lyric is? From Evita that they sing a couple, I think Misty is singing it an episode or two ago.
In the car with Walter.
Yeah, I don't know what the context of that song is within the musical, but just that lyric is the only thing I know about it, and it feels very like presentory.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to name the baby Evita, that works for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Misty gets a quick pep talk from Lottie. She's like, we need you here. You can save our baby. Insert like
Lottie,
horrifying,
Jesus Christ, I hate you. Yeah.
Like a violin bow on its angle, just sort of being dragged very lightly across a string, while the like fret finger is just very, very slowly glissandoing up the neck, just chilling stuff.
This is why it's so fun to podcast with you, a professional musician, whereas like I would always in Lost, when you would have those moments in the TV show Lost right before right at the end of the episode or at a commercial break when it was just like and I would always just refer to it as like the brass band going off a cliff, but I prefer glissandoing the neck.
I think a lot more people would have a good idea of what you meant if you said brass band going off a cliff. That calls up a very specific sonic idea. Okay. Ty is shelving videos, helping out, and knows exactly how to get a reaction out of Van. Is like, I'm stumped. Does Miss Congeniality go in Sandy Good or Sandy Bad? I can't believe there's a whole Sandy Good and Sandy Bad section in this VHS store.
I can. Sandra Bullock is the kind of American icon who won an Oscar and a Razzie in the same year. So
okay. All right. Well, we're back here so that Ty can receive a phone call from Misty. And Misty is like, listen, here's where I am. Here's what's going on. Just letting you know. Just thought you should know. Just thought maybe you'd want to see it for yourself. Charlotte Matthews is not in Switzerland. Charlotte Matthews is running a little wellness center.
It's a bunch of granola losers, but the food is great and the BO factor is surprisingly low. 10 out of 10. No notes.
Yeah. Okay. So back in early 97, the We Hear the Wilderness and It Hears Us chant is going hard. Shauna is also going hard. I want to shout out this show for making Shauna look appropriately sweat-soaked and waxy.
Yeah.
This is legit.
Very waxen.
The whisper, Shauna. It's fucking Jackie, because Shauna is on the threshold of death. Ella Purnell is scratchily calling out to her in a way that only she can. But then, hey, we've got a baby.
It's a boy.
It's a boy. And there's another boy, his name is Elliot Smith, singing Pizzala. Everything's going to be completely fine, actually.
Will you tell them this? Have you already told them about Pizzilla?
Oh, I don't think so. Big Elliott Smith fan, high school especially, and Pizzilla was the song that I would play all the time. I played it at like open mics when I was in high school, and I played it when I like first started touring. I love it so much.
Pizzilla is Yiddish for little one.
Which I had no idea, and shame on me until you taught me that when I was listening to your podcast.
This is 30 minutes left of the episode. Not 30 minutes necessarily left of this podcast, but it's 30 minutes left of the episode when we enter Shauna's dream space. It's not like a coda to the episode. It's fully like half the episode.
They just like really committed. And it's so much. But the sort of back and forth continues. We pull forward into the present day, and Pizzilla is playing diegetically on the stereo of Van's fucking amazing car that I want so bad because she is giving Ty a ride all the way to Camp Triangle Buddy.
Is it a classic forest green Volvo, if I'm remembering correctly, or is it a blue one? It's a Volvo, right?
I actually am. I think it might be like a Wagoneer or something.
Oh.
It's got the fake wood side panels. But also, do I know what a Wagoneer looks like? It just looks like it should be called.
Oh, you're right. It is a Wagoneer. Someone has a Volvo, right? Like, does Walter have a Volvo? Misty? Someone was in a classic Volvo.
Doesn't Misty have a new Volkswagen Beetle or a PT Cruiser or something?
You're right. Okay, never mind. I'm stop trying to insert my dream of a Volvo inside of
I think there is a Volvo somewhere. I just am not sure where. I just know that Misty has a car that like
you're right. It's
not for me.
Yeah, it's like the iMac of cars, 100%. But you're right. It is a Wagoneer, possibly, and I'm not an expert on this. After the Subaru, the gayest car that exists. Would you say?
Honestly, I mean, I feel like this car, the way that this car looks, is a whole lot gayer than any Subaru to me. This is like very queer coded.
Yeah.
Subarus are just like queer by default because they're practical, I think. Okay, so they're chatting as they drive, and Ty just has one question that leads to some other questions.
Look, I know I have no right to ask you this, but truly, what is going on with you? Are you even trying to be happy? Are you dating?
I get my needs met.
Ew, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Are you like personal electronics or? Come on, you can tell me.
I'm on some apps, okay? Strictly casual. Don't fucking judge me because I know you're too evolved for online dating.
I just want to know you haven't given up on love.
Maybe I have. But don't flatter yourself. It's not because of you. Trust me, it's better this way.
Van is on the apps. I repeat, Van is on the apps.
Yes, everyone go crash the apps really quick. Thaisa looks so bummed that it's not because of her. You know?
Yeah, but like, ew? What the fuck is that supposed to mean? What do you mean, Ty? Ew. Like, when Van's like, I get my needs met, and Ty says, ew? Like, have you guys not had sex in an unshowered state in a snowy woods somewhere? What could possibly still be ew between us, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I think Ty is coming at it more from a place of, like, she wants... My read on it was that she, like, wants more for Van, like, wants Van to have, like, a more fulfilled romantic life.
Okay, that's fair.
Or something. And she wants Van's standards for Van to be higher or something.
It was just such a weird word to use in that moment.
Maybe it speaks to their level of comfort with each other, even after all these years.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
Or maybe we should be in charge of TV together.
Ty is perfect and does no wrong. No, except for all the wrong she's done, including
well, yeah, I mean, killing her own dog, eating a bunch of dirt.
The dirt is fine. That's her own business. The dog is that's when we cross the line.
Yeah, especially for gain. Okay, Meanwhile, Lisa's got a plan to get Natalie back online. She's like, here's my fish. Take my innocent fish. Be responsible for something other
This will be fine.
than yourself. You're worried for the 14th Gilly?
A little. But also, I'm also worried how little I care about Lisa. That worries me.
Oh, I like Lisa.
Okay, that's good.
Oh.
Sorry.
You haven't gotten what you want from Lisa in this show so far.
No, the emotional goldfish that I'm looking for have come up empty. So yeah.
Okay. What about the fact that suffering is inevitable and only by meeting it with compassion can we begin to grow? Does that feel like anything? No. Okay.
Platitudes.
Okay. The baby has been born, but Shauna can't get the baby to latch. It's upsetting to watch. From the very moment that someone was pregnant in the wilderness, I was like, even if a baby was born, it's hard for people to produce milk.
Yeah.
Under the best of circumstances, like it's a hit or miss kind of thing. How could a malnourished, starving individual under high stress possibly support a life? So far, no dice. So far, nothing doing.
Did the thermal wrapped around her head look Antler Queen-esque to you?
Oh, now that you mention it, and you're supervising, that makes a lot of sense. I feel that. Whoops. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Little signaling of something, perhaps. We'll see. What I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about Shauna trying to get her child to breastfeed.
No.
Because it hurts me.
Yeah.
But what I do want to talk about is Jeff is back Jeff has the ox again, basically.
Guys.
And
we've said a few things about, I guess, the musical supervisor on this show, but this is a moment I think that we have to reflect positively on what is happening, correct? Is this not perhaps one of the best things that's ever happened on television? Perhaps
this is solid gold. This is solid gold. A pretty muted, just gently grooving Jeff listening to "Fuck the Police" while sitting outside the police station while his wife and daughter are interrogated by the police. I just love it. And
Jeff is very important to me.
Jeff is very important, even though we don't really need as much of him as we get. I want as much of him as we get.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
They've a little over-sauced the meal with Jeff this season, but I couldn't possibly say no to it might not be what is best for me, what is good for me, what is best for the plot, but it is what I want.
Yeah, exactly. Jeff is dessert for sure.
Yeah. And they're like, do you want a whole container of, I don't know, mint chip ice cream? And I'm like, I
do.
Yeah. Will I regret it later? Maybe.
His private dance party is interrupted when Thaisa calls and
says, hello, Jeff. The plot would really like Shauna to be here. Can you help us? The plot needs Shauna to come to, what is it, Triangle Buddy Farms?
Camp Triangle Buddy.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah. She's like, just gonna run this down for you really quick. Lottie's not in a mental institution. She's running a wellness center. Natalie and Misty are there, and I'm on my way there right now with Van. The lean in of Van being like, hi, Jeff. Just still not involved, but also gonna say hey, because they went to high school together. She went to his wedding.
We hired Lauren Ambrose. We're gonna use her. Let's do it.
Yeah. So that seed has been planted. Meanwhile, Natalie is bumping into Misty in the cafeteria, and she's like, why are you here? Which is very fair. And, she asks, where Walter is, and Misty's like, oh, he went home.
Absolute
and then
bananas crazy eyes from Misty when she says that.
Yeah. And I feel like it goes on for, quite some time.
It's a lot.
The most important thing that happens in this scene to me is that Natalie says, we're all like this, aren't we? Which, like, and she says it. I was reading something, we were talking about it before we started taping. I was reading an interview with Ashley Lyle and Amity Rosa and Jonathan Lisco, and they talked about how every choice that Juliette Lewis makes when she's on screen is just like something that they could never have predicted, but it's like so interesting and it's so weird that you like just want to keep watching it. And the way that she says we're all like this, aren't we? Like, she makes like 17 different faces and she like looks like in a bunch of different directions, and it like, even though I could never have predicted it in a million years, it just like feels so right and satisfying.
We also have the sound of Shauna's babies like crying cuts in as she says that, and there's a lot of like auditory bleed throughout, like I think even more so than we've ever had before in terms of like audio bleeding into Ben's like Madonna charades Daydream, or you know, the music, the Pizzla sort of like being playing then, as you mentioned, diegetically in the car in the present day, but also sort of like playing over what happens in the past. So that sort of like blur, got not intentionally use of blur, but like that like blur of sound across time and across realities again sets us up, I think, really well for the surprise, the stealth twist of what happens with Shauna.
Yeah, looking back, it's like, oh right, I see this sort of like gooey connective kind of like glue that's not like finished drying on the edges between these like pieces of reality and the dream space. Okay, dare we enter the Wisconsin, New Jersey police station?
Let's do it.
Wow, Saracusa, what a bag of shit. I just like can't believe what a bag of shit this guy is. It's just truly shocking every time I look upon him. He's chatting with Shauna. He's interrogating Shauna. Shauna, once again, completely forgotten her cookie and is talking to this man without a lawyer present. And I just want to reiterate, everyone, ask for your lawyer, no matter what. Just ask for your lawyer right away.
Just immediately.
Yeah. He kind of like eggs her on and tries to get her to like feel bad about, you know, her relationship with her daughter. Your daughter must really hate you if she was coming over to this side of the fence. She must like really think you suck. And they're on the path to talk about Adam. And here's what Shauna has to say after she's talked about her marriage that was rooted in guilt and a child that she had to try to save that marriage, and how fucked up her entire sort of like nuclear family situation has been. When it comes to Adam, she's got this to say.
It's just basically what you said. I'm a bored housewife. I got into a fender bender, and I had an affair with him that made me feel young again for 5 fucking minutes. And now, not only is the hot part over, but I'm left sitting here having to defend myself to some smug little douche who my daughter hit on because she was mad at me for cheating on her poor innocent dad. So, if that's what you're playing gotcha over, arrest me already. But leave my kid out of it.
This is like one of the first times this season that I really felt like we had something worthy of Melanie Lynskey to do. It's been a real waste of Shauna this season, I think. But before she says that, right, she says, like, you're accusing me of being what, a bad mom? Well, aren't you a fucking genius and never wanted to be a mom? In fact, I did not start out a bad person. In case you haven't noticed, life doesn't tend to turn out the way you think it will. Like, I thought this scene was incredible. This is like perfect her, because like on the one hand she's telling the truth, on the other hand she's spinning something at the same time, which is my favorite thing that Shauna does, like weaponize the truth for whatever given situation she's in. And I loved this, and it is because she's headed off to meet the rest of the cast at the camp at Camp Triangle Buddy. This is like not the end, but this is like the closing up of I think an unfortunate storyline that she's been sort of stagnating in this season. So it's like it serves multiple functions in that way.
I'm just like, she really just absolutely crushes here, and it's nice. It's really nice to see her to have something to like really, really do. Like we've seen her with Callie and Jeff, and that's pretty much been it all season. And that's great, but it's not like
the Colonial Williamsburg interaction and the Strawberry Lube interaction are two of my favorite things that have happened on this show. Not like full stop, just amazing. But again, I think they overestimated how much we could coast on the fumes of Jeff and Shauna when really we want to be like in the action of uncovering mysteries and all that sort of stuff like that. It just felt like a lot of throat clearing to get Shauna into the main action of the story, you know?
Yes, totally. But we're almost there. We're almost all at Camp Triangle Buddy together.
What a throat to clear.
In the other interrogation room, a different Sadeki woman is doing something at the opposite end of the spectrum. I was a virgin. Kevin is like, oh, Jesus.
Jake told me he loved me.
Yeah. Who do you think the jury will believe, Callie says, especially when they ask me to describe his weird-ass balls. And my question, as somebody who doesn't know anything about balls, is that, you know, are balls like something that are just like unique to people and or like that people feel, I don't know, weird enough about that like anybody's balls could be described as weird-ass balls?
Having seen... Having seen some balls in my day, I'm sure it's just like particular taste. And I don't think anyone would say, here's a pair of balls and don't they look like picture perfect? Because balls by nature are just somewhat an odd shape. I celebrate. Sing the body electric, feel who you are, and that sort of stuff. But sure, I'm sure that there are some sets of balls that are distinctively something. And that is, I suppose, what she's referring to here.
Okay.
Like distinctively, like droopy. I support it all. I'm not trying to ball shame anyone. However your balls look, you are yourself, and I support you.
Let's take a really hard tonal shift. Okay. Let's go back to 1997.
Yeah.
And finish it so that we can then finish the present day and like not end on 97. Back in the wilderness, the baby is still crying, still trying to feed. Nothing's working. Then Shauna wakes up to Lottie singing Frere Jacques and feeding the baby.
I don't care if this is a dream sequence. Get the fuck out of here, Lottie, with all of your shit.
Well, you know, so I have a couple of friends, women who are married to each other, and when they had their first child, as sometimes happens when you're just around a baby, some people start lactating spontaneously because they're around a baby that needs to eat. So in a situation where a baby really needs to eat and Lottie is spontaneously lactating, I celebrate her feeding the baby, but I don't think she has to sing Frere Jacques about it and be a creep.
Are our babies hungry?
Yeah, maybe don't say it. Maybe stop using the hour.
The French royal we? No, we need to feed.
Yeah.
I said he needs to feed. You'll understand soon enough. Oh, Jesus Christ. Then we get this like devastating moment that like started the episode, right? This speech from Shauna, from young Shauna.
Yeah.
Especially in contrast to what we hear adult Shauna say in the interrogation room about like never wanting to be a mom. Yeah. So like Dream Shauna talking about I was wrong and I love you so much and I can't wait to see who you'll become, where you'll go, what you do. It's you and me, kids, you and me against the whole world. So please, just please. And then the dream baby like finally latches and he's so quietly eating and Dream Nat comes in. And it's absolutely devastating. It's devastating before you know. Because we know no matter what, in the present, Shauna does not have that child. So even before we get the reveal of this episode, there were a lot of theories of like, did she give that baby up for adoption? You know, she was so young, like all these other stuff like that. Like what happened to that baby? That baby is not her, is not Callie. Like that's not who that baby is. And so for us to hear this, knowing it's you and me, kids, you and me against the whole world, and that's not going to be the future that Shauna has no matter what, is absolutely torment. And then to have, of course, the horror vision of the team eating the baby, even Coach Ben, like that is just like horrifying. But what's way worse is Shauna waking up, like Ty is devastating. Where is he? Why are you lying? Everybody is absolutely traumatized. So like as traumatized as everyone has been by the plane crash, by eating a teammate, stuff like that, like this feels like a moment that is just like really crossing a trauma Rubicon for all of them in terms of what they've had to experience, watching Shauna absolutely break. Dead-eye look at the camera, look down the camera and say like, I can still hear him crying. Don't you hear him crying? And then to go back to what I said about the way in which that the sound of a baby crying has been bleeding across like all of the scenes that we've been watching in this episode. And especially like for Shauna to go back to adult Shauna in the interrogation room and say like, I didn't start out a bad person, but to think about this as like a thing that just broke her irrevocably, and broke is not the word I want to use, because I think a lot of people don't like that word to use when people who have gone through something. Like she's not broken, but like just really changed her irrevocably, so
I don't know what you're talking about because I covered my eyes actually for this part of the episode. So I'm just blissfully ignorant, and what a way to be. I highly recommend it.
Thank you for
everyone
being here. I know, I mean, it's good and right that Kristin's not here, but I know it's hard for you as well. It's pretty wild. It's not how it once was.
Yeah. To watch something like this. It's very upsetting, and also not upsetting at all because I didn't watch it. I covered my eyes. Okay, so plot reasons. Let's get everyone. So Jeff's shooing Shauna to upstate New York. Callie very excited. Mom, I used your idea, and I'm pretty sure they're scared shitless now. And we get a very brief moment of Natalie acting opposite a goldfish. It's all a goddamn prison anyway. Cool. She says as she almost
from Nat.
The goldfish asphyxiate, but she can't do it, which I feel like bodes well for Nat. And then they all just everybody gets there. The gang is all here at Camp Triangle, buddy.
We have a lot of timing questions in terms of how Shauna not only catches up to them but passes them in the van.
Yeah.
Nat has fully returned and is embracing the purple again. In the culty country dress and the purple Birkenstocks, and everyone is hugging everyone, and then we get like the most dramatic Lottie reveal of all time ever.
Ridiculous. First with like Van seeing her from behind and being like, "Aww." And then bird's eye view. Camp Triangle Buddy really is Camp Triangle Buddy.
He's buddying his way through this end of the episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's here. He's here. Okay. I can't wait to see what happens. I know you'll be busy, but I personally can't wait to see what happens next episode. Because I feel like now a lot of setup is over with and things can really go off. Before we wrap it up, I just want to draw you very quickly into what's the buzz. If you don't mind, I have like one or two questions for you.
Like, what's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. The spoiler section. Love
exactly.
It. Okay.
What's the buzz?
My two questions for you are this. First of all, do you have any guesses, theories, wild ideas about who Hilary Swank or Joel McHale might be portraying in season 3?
It's such a good question. I haven't had a lot of time to think it through. Have people done the math? Like, is Hilary Swank a fellow crash victim?
So far, I think the only person she could be is Melissa, backwards baseball hat.
Yeah.
Yellowjacket, the only person we've met who is alive still.
And matches the physical description.
I think so.
Because it feels like you wouldn't cast Hilary Swank, Oscar winner, 2-time Oscar winner Hilary Swank.
Yeah.
To not play like one of the core castaways, you know?
Right?
Yeah.
But what if she's like Adam Martin's sister?
That sucks. That would suck. That would genuinely suck. Like, sorry.
Okay.
Joel McHale could be Adam Martin's, you know, like college buddy or something like that. You know,
yes.
Like that's fine. That's fine for Joel McHale to play. But like Hilary better be in the mix in a deep and meaningful way.
Yeah. I fully hear that. And can't wait to see what's gonna happen.
In the what's the buzz vein, knowing that we only have 2 more episodes, I believe, right? With Juliette Lewis.
I think she does in the finale,
Is
right?
it a 9-episode season?
It is 9, yeah.
Minute. Okay, 3 more episodes with Juliette Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how are you feeling about this as like a satisfying ending? Not just like her end, which is annoying and bad, but like the lead up to it. Like, do you feel like we're properly being like set up for it? Does it feel meaningful and interesting, or does it just all feel bad to you?
I feel like there are some parts of it that especially on this watch and like talking about it in depth every week or two, I see more of like what they were going and the kind of track that they were trying to lay, but I just feel like so many other things are going on maybe that like there wasn't quite time to like really dial in or like set it up in a way that would make it feel as meaningful as it's supposed to.
Yeah.
I think. What do you think?
I agree. I think it was a bad idea to do it, and it was done very badly. But there's a lot to love in the next couple episodes of this show, including, of course, the return of Walter.
Yes.
But also just, you know, like drunken nights with the whole gang at the camp. So exciting.
Looking forward to all of that. Joanna Robinson, sometimes you need a pinch hitter and you draft an all-star. That's how they talk on The Ringer, I imagine. A baseball fan, should actually be able to do better by now.
I was
but here
like,
we
you are
are
a baseball fan. What are you doing? Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much for filling in for Kristin on this delicate episode. You are our Lord and Savior, as you know. Can you please tell, everybody knows already, but where can people find you besides here?
You know, I don't know that everyone knows, because all the time I hear from people like, I first started listening to Joanna because she was on the Buffering podcast. So it's not like everyone who listens to your shows already knows who the hell I am. I am Joanna Robinson. You can find me on socials at Joe Wrote This. You can find me on The Ringer at the House of R feed, the Prestige TV feed, and also Trial by Content.
Beautiful friends, I'm Jenny Owen Youngs, and I'm here all the time. You already know everything, so don't worry about that. I'm just going to say, till next time.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Tom.
Okay, so you want to tell him, or you want me to tell him?
No. I got this. People out there.
Yeah.
People, lean in. Get close. Listen, here's the deal.
We got big news.
We got monumental news. We got snacktacular news.
Yeah, after a brief hiatus, my good friend Michael Ian Black and I are coming back.
My good friend Tom Cavanaugh and I are coming back to do what we do best.
What we were put on this earth to do.
To pick a snack.
To eat a snack.
And to rate a snack.
Scientifically.
Emotionally.
Spiritually.
Mates is back.
Mike and Tom Eat Snacks is back.
A podcast for anyone with a mouth.
With a mouth. Available wherever you get your podcasts.
Goodbye, Kyle!
Did the sound of those words call to you like Pavlov's dog? Then you might enjoy our podcast, Turtle Time.
Every week, you can join me, Riley Hamilton, and my co-host, Amy Scarlatta, as we cover the most pressing Bravo news and dig into the new episodes to answer important questions like, who the hell is Adrian Malouf in this world?
Listen to Turtle Time on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes every Wednesday and Friday.